that's how we're starting this episode. See, like this episode right here, this is what I would have expected the Jet episode to start out like. Just because that's exactly how it started. Ah, Boomerang, finally. They put some respect on Boomerang. I was like, Sokka hasn't been using it at all. Hey, all right, Katara. I mean, you're not supposed to use that move until you fight Paku, but it's cool. No, but that move looked really cool though. That was awesome. And like I said in the last episode, she's just, I mean, yeah, Katara, if anyone's a prodigy, obviously it's Katara. But yeah, I wonder how long it's been since Omashu, because she's getting really good. I guess I haven't been paying attention to the Fire Nation masks, because those are really cool. They almost look like Shredder.
Ice discs? That's new?
Yeah, Katara, that's new.
That's how the Earthbenders do. Thought I'd try a waterbender version. Even without Sokka's tragic dating attempts.
Hey, how was I supposed to know she was a Fire Nation soldier?
Look, we need to keep our guard up.
Sokka got a new love interest that we didn't get to see. I'm a little upset about that. Oh, the forest is burned. All right. We got incoming Hey Bye. Ever since I saw him in the trailer, I was like, this is gonna be, it looked really good. So I can't wait to see like his full body. That was a good shot of him.
Fire Nation.
Oh yeah, Sokka. That was pretty obvious.
How many more forced have died because I wasn't here? Because I don't know what I'm doing.
This shot is a little weird. Like when it shows the front of Aang, it looks like he's talking to Sokka and Katara, but then it shows he's just staring out into nothing. Hey Momo, we didn't see you at all in Omashu, I don't think. They did a really good job with Momo.
Gran says life is a cycle. And out of death comes new life.
Yeah, that was a good scene. But I just feel like, personally, I felt like it would have been a bit more impactful if we just didn't see like the front facing angle of Aang. Like if it would have just been us looking at his back and him talking about it. Well, obviously he's still showing like emotion, like with hand movements or whatever. But yeah, like the cutting back and forth, it was weird. It was like he was looking at Sokka and Katara, but he wasn't.
Does she have a name?
Well, Mrs. Pretty?
Maybe we can come up with one for her.
Okay.
How about Pippin Paddleopsicopolis?
What?
The third.
Okay. That was a good line. I like that. I can't believe they just name dropped.
No, wait.
That was really cool. I like that.
How many places can there be for a giant sky bison to hide? And no reports of anything unusual. None.
I mean, if you're talking about the entire planet, there's lots of places for a sky bison to hide.
One of the resupply merchants mentioned something about kids playing with ice blocks near Senland Pass, but he was probably mistaken.
So someone saw ice in a place where no ice should exist?
I mean, he has a point.
Most people would call that unusual, wouldn't they, Lieutenant G? Unless they were an idiot.
I'm not even mad at Zuko about that one. He's right.
Commander Zhao is very impressive. Working with no support in a forgotten little corner of the world, and yet he found the Avatar.
I find it interesting that they're pushing this Azula and Admiral Zhao working together story.
Zhao didn't discover the Avatar, Zuko did. He's the one who displayed resilience and dedication. That's what I expect from a future heir.
Not Ozai complimenting Zuko.
So, you're gonna hop into the spirit world, grab the lost folks, and hop back.
Something like that.
That was a very dramatic jump in logic. Like, I understand that they have to push the story forward, but Aang already figuring out that the lost people were in the spirit world or having a hunch about it just didn't really feel... Like, I kind of wish that just one of the villagers would have said that there's a spirit that's upset, not like that the forest is upset, you know? Ah, yes, okay. This is what I wanted to see. Like, them actually blue in the spirit world. Just the blue tint. Because, like, the out of focus background, it just looks weird to me. I don't really like it. Wait, what? They weren't even standing next to each other.
Somehow I brought you guys with me.
How is that possible?
Must be the energies in the place and then us up the
First
barrier
off,
on the
their
path.
bodies weren't even next to each other, and I'm not sure where they're going with this. So let me be quiet and just watch and see what's happening. And here we are again with the out of focus. I just don't like the out of focus background, so we'll see.
We don't want to cause trouble.
We never ever caused trouble.
Yeah, like whenever they're doing stuff like this, I'm like, why are you still wearing your Fire Nation clothes? You should have clothes, just regular clothes.
It was that canyon guy. He said Avatar fought off some canyon crawlers with the help of a couple of waterbenders.
We skipped the Great Divide? No! I'm so upset. I mean, I'm not upset. But the fact that they referenced it was cool. I can't believe they referenced the Great Divide. That's funny. Oh, well, they said pirates too, so we skipped the pirates and the Great Divide. Which it makes sense that we skipped the pirates, because Katara already has the waterbending scroll. What?
Help me! She's crazy!
Oh, not the Shirshu tongue. That looks really good. They did a good job with these like the animals that are important, they did a really good job. Like every now and then when you're looking at an ostrich horse, the feet are out of focus, but the rest of the animal looks fine. But like all the important animals like Appa Momo and now the Shirshu, they look really good.
You know, I've always felt I was a spiritually attuned person. That might be why I crossed over with you.
Oh, is that a frog or a froggy thing?
What about Sokka? Yeah, I wonder what they're doing with this. All three of them being in the spirit world.
None of you belong in here.
Who said that?
Who is it?
That is one big birdie.
What? Why are you here?
Birdie.
He who knows 10,000 things.
Aang, who are you talking to?
What do you mean?
Wan
They do
Shi-tong.
not hear what you hear.
I wonder why they changed that. I wonder why he's not. Are we gonna go to the library in this episode? No, that's season 2. Well, there have been a lot of things from season 2 that they brought into season 1.
The lesson is over, Kaiser.
Boy, if you don't. Oh, it went blue. That was cool. If you say the lesson's over and she keeps attacking you, if you don't throw some hands, don't let that little girl beat you up. Obviously, she's Azula. She was going to be able to beat him up anyway. But he should have fought back. I can't wait to... I really want to see May and Ty. I want to see all three of them fight, actually. Just how skilled they're supposed to be compared to everyone else.
Yeah, I can deal with the truth. What I can't deal with is getting eaten by some giant spirit monster.
You had to say something.
You had to say something. Oh, it's Heibai! That looks really cool.
Aang?
Yeah, that promo of it in the trailer, it looked really good. I knew Heibai was gonna look good. That looks amazing. That's great.
We're on the path, we're on the path, we're on the path!
Get off the path!
All right, now get back on the path. Get back on the path before it's too late.
It's the spirit of the forest. It's wounded.
That's cool. I like how they did that. Oh, there he goes. His voice cracked when he said run. Alright, what truth is everyone gonna find? Is this supposed to be like the swamp episode too? Are they combining that with this? No, the swamp? The swamp is season 2.
So much pain.
Oh, he can understand this one. I wonder who's doing the voice of the fox. It sounds familiar.
Do you always make jokes when you don't want to talk about something?
What? That's not what I do.
You should go. I hope you can recombobulate.
Recombobulate. Oh, wow. Is that supposed to be like... Is this actually going to be like kind of the forest? Is that supposed to be like he's going to meet Yue soon? What was on the fox's tail? Because it was definitely like a waterbending symbol. Alright, that was weird. Yeah, so that's what they're doing. So Aang is, I wonder who Aang is gonna see.
Katara, we have to get inside now. No, I'm not going in there.
No, that was a good transition. I didn't even realize what just happened. I'm trying to see if they use the same symbol for the Southern Raiders on his helmet, but I can't see. I can't tell. So is this still the spirit vision, or is this real? Is this actually what happened? Yeah, okay. So this is actually what happened. All right, you're clearly looking at her. If I was a soldier, I would have definitely caught that. Oh, gee, that's so brutal. Is that supposed to be Ko? I mean, obviously, who else has a face like that? But if Katara is going to be the one meeting Ko, then she might be done for.
It smells like Appa after a rainstorm.
Hey, don't talk about Appa like that. If you got a problem with Appa, then give him a bath.
Dad?
When he really had to prove himself that he'd do better.
Why did you pass him then? If he needs to do better. I want to see, or can we go to Aang now? I want to see what he's seeing.
Give in to your despair.
So is this supposed to be Ko making them see these visions?
What have we here? Someone who can resist? That can't be possible. Unless... of course.
Why did it? Okay. And by that I mean like just his design in general, like the animation of him switching faces. We're in the Hobbit now? Where are we at? I'm just kidding. I don't know. The building just reminded me of the Hobbit. Like it's giving off the vibes.
Hello?
Oh, this is Gyatso's place.
My friends. They're somewhere in the fog.
That is the fog of lost souls.
Yeah, they kept saying the fog, and I was thinking that's where they were going with this, but all right. So we're pulling stuff from season 2 and from Korra. Okay. I feel like he's gonna pass on now that he was able to talk to Aang.
Lots more time.
Because he said he only stayed because he knew Aang would come back. Yeah, he's definitely gonna pass on. I'm glad we're gonna get to talk to Roku, because I'll talk about it at the end. But yeah. Oh, that illustration looks dope. It looks just like the animation too. Is that, who's that? Is that? Oh, it's Appa. I thought it was Heibai.
You do, Mama.
Appa's patty face is great. Oh, so it was just blue for that one scene. Okay, yeah, it's sparking blue a little bit.
Especially when things we can't control come our way.
Oh, the archers are there with Zhao.
Let that be the light that guides you.
Are those soldiers? I can't really, it's really dark. I can't tell if those are soldiers. I'm assuming those are soldiers on the ground. Is that it? Oh, that is it. Okay. Alright, so that's it for this episode of The Last Airbender. Pretty good episode. They're combining stuff again, so we got the well, no, the title of this episode is Spirited Away, but we got the Heibai storyline along with kind of the swamp storyline from season 2, and then also the Fog of Lost Souls from Legend of Korra. So yeah, they're just combining a whole bunch of stuff, and like I already knew that they were, so I find it interesting. Really cool getting to see Gyatso again, and that he wanted to stay behind because he knew that Aang would eventually come back to come back to the world and be able to go to the spirit world, and he knew that he was going to need to talk to him. I really did enjoy that Gyatso let Aang know that, it's not your fault. Even if you would have stayed, you wouldn't have been able to do anything. So that was really awesome. Really heartfelt moment. I'm just laughing at myself because when I saw the shack, I just instantly thought of The Hobbit. Like, it was just giving, like, that scene, it was just giving the same vibe as the Hobbit movie, so that was funny. But yeah, so Aang dragging Sokka and Katara into the spirit world, I wasn't really sure what they were doing with that, but I guess it makes sense, if they're trying to get them to get past their self-doubts, and like Oh yeah, Wan Shi Tong was in this episode too, but how he was saying, you know, the spirit world will make them see things. So I find it interesting that they decided to go with the spirit world showing them things rather than the swamp. Because you know, you could have said the same thing. You know, Aang already said earlier in the episode that the world and the spirit world, it felt like the barrier between them was thin already in that area that he was in. So if they would have had visions without going to the spirit world, I feel like it would have been fine too. But I don't think it's a bad change. I think it's okay. I was just taken off guard by it. Really glad that we got to see them, you know, with the blue tint to them, because you know that's what things normally look like in the spirit world. And like I said, I just like that look better. When so throughout the entire show, you know, if you look around the edges or the borders, you'll see that a lot of the background is already out of focus, and it's just kind of distorted. But whenever they were doing it in like regular scenes and stuff in the show, like things that are taking place in the moment, you know, like at Omashu or just in the forest when they were running from the Fire Nation soldiers, it's not too bad. But when you get into the spirit world, they make it like super out of focus and distorted. And for me, that it distracts me. Like it's very noticeable rather than just having it around the border, like the whole forest and stuff being out of focus for me is just really distracting. So that's why I don't really like it. But like I said, I just would have preferred the blue tint though. So, or at least just like make it known that we're in the spirit world. And then I don't know, I just prefer some other distinction that we're in the spirit world instead of making everything super out of focus. But I kind of get why they wouldn't do that though, because it would get confusing if you didn't have some kind of signal, you know, or notifier to the audience that they were in the spirit world versus when they weren't. And so yeah, Katara reliving what happened with her mother, that was so brutal, like so much more brutal than the last time, because you know in the show her mom sends her to go find her dad, and then obviously they come back to the hut to see the mother's dead body, but you know you don't actually get to see any of it. And we didn't really get to see any of it here. We just saw him like ignite her, but still, that was so brutal. Like it was so brutal. And then, you know, Sokka and his ice dodging lessons. I don't know why they passed him. Even like they literally, even the students and Hakoda said that like if Bato wasn't there, they would have crashed. So why would you pass? I don't know. I don't get that. That's weird to me. But that's besides the point. Like I said, cool getting to see Gyatso. I'm so happy we're finally getting Roku, because what episode are we at? We're at episode 5, but the next episode is episode 6. So I'm assuming that's when we're going to see Roku. And I said this during the Kyoshi Warrior episode, but Roku is so important to the story of The Last Airbender. And I just, like, I get wanting to include more avatars, more past avatars. That makes sense to me. But the fact that we've only heard Roku's name like once or twice. And Roku, I don't know what they changed about how the war started. Yeah, I don't know what they changed about how the war started, but Roku is such a big part of this story. And the fact that they've left him out so far, like the season's already halfway done. Like we're more than halfway done. We have like 3 episodes. 6, 7, 8. We have 3 episodes left, and we're just now seeing Roku. So yeah, hopefully it's impactful. Hopefully it's something really impactful, because if it's not, I might be a little disappointed. Just knowing what we know from the animated series. But yeah, I can't wait to see Roku. And then also Azula working with Zhao. That's really interesting. I kind of like it. Like them two trying to help each other out. Or was she's told Zhao to send her information like about Zuko and stuff. But I think that's a nice change. Like if that would have happened in the show, it would have made so much sense, because Zhao was always scheming, looking to get ahead. And while in the show Azula wasn't always looking to get ahead, because she just was already ahead, you know, she's the prodigy and all this other stuff. And yeah, with the show, they're definitely showing you some growing pains of Azula. Like in the animated series, we don't meet Azula until book 2. And by the time we meet Azula, she's already ironed out all the wrinkles of her character for the most part. You know, we don't have to see her getting manipulated by Ozai. We don't have to see her like losing her. I mean, she loses her cool every now and then. But like that part where she was training with the guy and beating him up, the teacher, and Mei and Ty Lee were like, you know, don't take out your anger on the teacher and stuff like that. Like in the animated show, when we see her in book 2, she's already, Azula's version of level-headed, she's already level-headed. She's very confident in herself, and she knows what she wants and what she wants to do, and she knows exactly how to go about that and get what she wants. In the show, it looks like we're watching it happen in real time, like her slowly being able to get what she wants, like her still trying to figure out how to navigate Ozai in order for him to let her do stuff, you know, because she definitely just wants to leave the house, you know, like she wants to leave the Fire Nation. She wants to show Ozai what she can do. And, you know, I'm going to wait till the end of the season to give my full thoughts on it. But I do think it's interesting that we're getting to see it. But I don't know. Like, what do you guys think in the comments below? So my question for you guys is, do you like being able to see Azula, you know, kind of grow into the Azula that we're going to meet in season 2? I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing. They're trying to make it to where when we get to season 2, Azula's a badass. I think that's what they're doing. But, you know, kind of like how we met her. Do you think it was better to go the mysterious route where she just shows up with blue fire bending and she's already cold and calculated and just is already a badass, basically? Or do you like this route of us seeing her slowly become that, you know, overwhelming, like, perfect weapon of the Fire Lord? So, yeah. I don't know if I can even do polls, but we'll see. But other than that, pretty cool episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.